This is the Dallas Morning News.
It's Thursday, July 17th. As temperatures climb moving into the weekend, it would make sense for the feels like temperature to increase as well, right? But at least on Thursday, it looks like it could even drop. Now, yesterday, there was almost a 10-degree difference between the high of 95 and the max heat index of 104. That's according to the National Weather Service's Fort Worth office. Thursday, that gap is expected to close significantly with a high of 98 and a maximum feels-like temperature of 101. Now, that surprising shrinkage is because the heat index considers how the air feels to the human body and is calculated using both temperature and humidity. So today and tomorrow, the air in DFW will be drier, making it easier for sweat to evaporate and the body to cool itself. More moisture should return to the air Saturday, bumping that heat index back on up. Here are today's headlines. A Texas judge scheduled Robert Roberson to be executed October 16th, granting the Texas Attorney General's request nearly a year after the death row inmate narrowly avoided lethal injection. This is Roberson's third execution date in the 22 years he spent on death row. State District Judge Austin Reeve Jackson said there was no legal standing to put off setting the death date. Jackson reasoned that the condensed timeline may force the state's highest criminal court to more quickly rule on Roberson's latest plea for a new trial. That appeal was filed in February. Roberson's lawyer, Gretchen Sween, said, quote, "I don't know how setting a date gets the ball rolling. The idea that where a lengthy appeal is pending before the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals with lots of supporting materials to review that we're nagging them to move forward? I don't understand it." End quote. The 58-year-old Roberson was convicted of capital murder in 2003 for reportedly shaking his 2-year-old daughter, Nikki, to death. His conviction relied on prosecutors proving the toddler showed a triad of symptoms associated with shaken baby syndrome, a medical determination that has since been widely scrutinized by experts. Roberson's attorneys have long argued he is innocent of murder and that Nikki died of natural and accidental causes. In other news, 5 North Texas mayors are asking Governor Greg Abbott to revive 2 bills aimed at reshaping Dallas area rapid transit during the upcoming special legislative session. The bills, House Bill 3187 and Senate Bill 2118, would change how DART is funded and governed, respectively. HB 3187 would have required the transit agency to create a permanent general mobility program funded by 25% of DART's annual sales tax revenue, while SB 2118 would change the makeup of DART's governing board. The bills failed to reach the floor for a vote in either chamber before the session ended. In a June 25th letter to the governor's office, the mayors of Carrollton, Highland Park, Irving, Farmers Branch, and Plano said the legislation should be revived as DART's performance continues to fall short. DART is facing the biggest cuts in its 40-year history thanks to a voluntary 5% general mobility program that will refund 7 cities a collective $42 million. That program is an attempt to negotiate with cities who've pushed for state-mandated reform at the agency. Next up, the best place to rent in America is not a large urban city, it's a suburb in Collin County. McKinney claimed the top spot on RentCafe's best cities for renters this year, outperforming 149 other markets. The top cities were analyzed on 20 key metrics, including apartment quality, economic strength, traffic, air quality, and access to natural amenities. McKinney ranked 4th on affordability and 9th in quality of life. The city also has a large share of high-end apartments, consistent job growth, a large park system, and excellent schools. The average apartment size in McKinney was 948 square feet, the second highest on the list. RentCafe called McKinney an ideal choice for renters seeking a small town atmosphere without sacrificing the perks of a larger urban center. And adults 65 and older are among those most vulnerable to financial scams and fraud. That's according to the 2024 FBI Internet Crime Complaint Center report. Last year, seniors reported nearly $5 billion in losses, a 43% increase from the previous year. The federal government received complaints from more than 9,400 Texas seniors, with average losses exceeding $489,000. Seniors are targeted because they control a significant portion of the nation's wealth, according to Steve Benton, a financial counselor with the Senior Sources Elder Financial Safety Center in Dallas. Dallas's population of those 65 and older is growing rapidly at more than 140,000 people, nearly 11% of the total population, making the region especially vulnerable. According to the FBI report, seniors are most commonly targeted by a variety of scams. These include romance scams, tech support scams, government impersonation, where scammers threaten arrest or legal action, as well as lottery or inheritance scams, in which victims are told they have won money but must pay fees to claim it. Investment scams are also common, as are charity scams in which criminals solicit donations under false pretenses. With help spotting the red flags along with prevention tips and more resources, check out this article at dallasnews.com. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your day, and I will be back tomorrow with more from the Dallas Morning News.